We are living very interesting time in health technology with especially the digitalization that will change everything for the diagnostic, for the treatment of the patients. I'm Jean-Philippe Arier from Lux Innovation, that is the National Agency of Innovation of Luxembourg. And today I have the chance being with Françoise Liners, that is the Director of Health Technology at the Ministry of the Economy of Luxembourg. Françoise, welcome. So maybe a first question about what we have in health technologies in Luxembourg currently.
In 2025, I can say that we have already in this sector 130 companies active, which represent about 2,500 jobs. And when we compare, for example, with 2020, this represents already an increase of 600 jobs. For example, those companies are active in the field, 1/3 in the field of medical device, another third is active on non-regulated health software. We have also observed that 36% of them have been created less than 10 years ago. We have also observed that 72% of them have less than 10 employees, which are the characteristics of a very young health ecosystem, but which I see really as an opportunity for growth, especially through digitalization. And we have already you have to know that we have in Luxembourg 50% of those companies already integrating digitalization in their product or services, which is fully aligned also with the strategy of Luxembourg to enable data-driven innovation in this health tech ecosystem.
I think this is really important because we need to shape this ecosystem so that it can help the development of these companies. So how do we manage to shape this?
You are totally right. And we also managed to develop that, I would say, gradually according to also the needs we have observed from the companies. And especially in this context, as you know, that the health tech market is very regulated. It's important from day one from companies and especially startups to understand whether or not their technologies is targeting a regulated market or not. And this is what they discover, for example, through the Fit for Start program, which is an acceleration program, especially for the startups. After understanding these regulatory components of their activity, we follow and we help them with what we call the Fit for Innovation Health Tech Market Program, meaning that we prepare them to really understand with a regulatory expert the needs, and we help them to really drive, I would say, and develop their regulatory roadmap. This is one example. Another example is, as you know, Luxembourg has decided already 2019 to really foster on data-driven innovation. And in this context, for example, has decided to invest in high-performance computing capabilities. And of course, and you have probably seen the information in May, that these capabilities will be reinforced not with AI components and also quantum components. This provide in Luxembourg really what we call high-performance computing or AI capabilities as a service for companies, especially for startups and SMEs, which has a very strong value for them because we want them to innovate, but not really to also provide let's say, breakthrough innovation. This is also the price for them to be very competitive.
And of course, if you also want to develop startups in Luxembourg, you also have to find a way to open the floor to like international relationship, international connections. Is Luxembourg doing things in this topic or?
Yeah, I think that this last year, we have observed, I would say, an increase in the maturity and the willingness, of course, the capabilities for the ecosystem to really open to international connections. And for example, we have discovered during this spring, the ecosystem of Barcelona. For us, it's very important to build a bridge between different health tech ecosystem, because this is where innovation happens, by facilitating facilitating connection between our companies and their companies, by facilitating partnerships between their capabilities and our capabilities, because as a small ecosystem in Luxembourg, we understand that we do not have everything, but we have very nice assets that also other countries, other ecosystems find valuable for their innovation as well.
Thank you very much, Françoise. It was very clear. How do you think we can connect if we are like somewhere on the planet and we want to connect with the ecosystem of Luxembourg? How do we manage this?
I would suggest to be very attentive and, for example, follow the different events we organize in Luxembourg, because we have this event, for example, Nexus this year, but it will be also next year. We'll have the Healthcare Week Luxembourg, very close. We have also the Luxembourg Ventures Day, and in 2026, for example, the new edition of the European Digital Health Tech Conference. Those are events with international footprint that really enable these aspects of understanding what we offer in our ecosystem, how we, of course, market the capabilities of our ecosystem to enable also companies coming from abroad willing to enter the European market. Luxembourg is a small country at the center of Europe, and we can be a very nice ecosystem, very close to, let's say, the companies, to understand their needs and to reach them, because they know that we are available as public actors also to discuss with them and really enable their growth from Luxembourg and for them to help them to reach the European market.
Thank you, Françoise. I think we have learned a lot on the health technologies in Luxembourg. And thank you for watching. In case you want to learn more, feel free to visit our website, that is tradinginvest.lu.